What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to my RC Chop Shop. And I have a few things lined up for today on Chop Shop. Right now, we're just going to start with this. I just want to give you guys a heads up of some of the things that I've been doing and I'm about to do, well, planning to do with my RCs, some of them. This is my WL Toys V252. It's the original board in here. This is actually an assembly. I actually built this with parts. I actually ordered the flight controller from the V252 from Banggood, and it arrived. And this body here is from the WL Toys V252 Pro, and this body was originally all black. And so what I did was I scraped all the paint off of it, just about, except for on the motor pods. So the motor pods are still black. The bottom of it is still sort of black. It's like smoked plastic, transparent plastic, but it looks smoked. So to go with the black, and me scraping the paint off this gave it like a metallic look. And that's because the paint that they use on this, underneath they have some kind of metallic coating on it, or shiny coating, I guess, which helps with its gloss and not letting light seep through, which is something that I didn't like about it. The black version, you can't see it at night for night flying because the light doesn't show through. Now it looks like this, all machine-like, because underneath is the on the other side of this plastic is black coating of that paint again. So that's actually the metallic finish, or the metallic paint on the bottom of the black paint that's on the inside. Now if I open this up and just scrape that off, the paint from the inside, this thing would probably be fully transparent. I'm not sure if it'll be smoky transparent or frosted. I think it might just be a smoked color like the bottom here. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this because I like the way it looks like this. I think it's pretty cool. The original V252 is no longer in production, so it's really hard to get them. But you can buy, as far as I know, you can buy the flight controller from Banggood. They should be still selling them there. They should be still available. And these things fly great. They fly really awesome. They started redoing the WL Toys V252. They gave it a faster yaw rate, actually. I don't know of anybody that has that one with the faster yaw rate except Flying Ryan. I think he has like 3 of them. I know he has the frosted version. They came out with a frosted transparent version that has a speedy yaw. And the yaw is really nice on it. It's about as fast, if not faster, than the JJ1000. So that's a pretty cool RC that I wish to someday get my hands on, which might never happen, but this is the next best thing to it. The original V252. So that's enough on that. This right here is the Top Race TR MQ1, I think it is. It's a little Cherson CX10 actually. It's not a clone, it's actually the Cherson CX10. But Top Race rebranded it, and this is actually the blue board. And so what I plan is, I really like the white version because you really can't get the Cherson CX10 in white. However, Top Race does sell it in white, and so I really wanted one. So what I did was I ordered again from Banggood. You probably guessed by now that Banggood is my go-to spot for spare parts. But I ordered this flight controller. It's the red board CX10. And if you guys don't know anything about the red board CX10, that thing is really awesome. That's all of my Cherson, well, just about all of my Cherson CX10 videos are all featuring the red version CX10. And you can check out my other videos if you want to see some of the flight characteristics of this thing. So I plan to swap the blue board out of this one and put the red board in here so I can have an awesome white Cheerson CX10. It's on a Skywalker protocol, deep pitch and all. It's just awesome. But anyway, this hex here, this is the WL Toys Q252, I want to say. No, this is actually, I'm sorry, this is the WL Toys Q252, I believe. And this thing, no, the 282. I finally got it right. It's the WL Toys Q282. Now, this is a really awesome flying hex. It's FPV, 5.8 gigahertz and all. So it's instantaneously shown on the screen. There's no delay, in other words, to the video. Pretty awesome. But my main gripe with this thing is the angle of the camera. The camera faces almost straight forward. So, and you know, when you're flying fast or you're giving a little pitch, the angle is going to be down. And so you're getting mostly the ground, or you have to fly up high. You're not really at eye, in order to see eye level when you're FPVing with this, you have to let off the stick, let off the pitch and just let it coast a little. And then you can actually see your eye level, your quads level. And I don't like that. So what I plan to do with this is I'm going to get a hex frame from Micromotor Warehouse, and I'm going to put this thing in it and complete with the FPV camera and setup and everything. And I'm going to angle it the way that I need it to be angled. And I plan it to be awesome. That's going to be an awesome upcoming Chop Shop episode. But let's get to what we're going to do now. What I have for you guys here today, a package from our friend Clyde Payne. He actually sent me a build that he really liked. He did a build and he said it was really awesome. He's always telling me about it. But anyway, he actually purchased all of the parts for the build that he likes, and he sent it to me. So we're gonna get in here, check it out. We have some motor covers. We use these as landing feet on the Chop Shop, so I know that's what that's for. Okay, we have some 8.5 millimeter motors, all four. This is the Cyma X11, the Cyma X11's flight controller. Now, he was telling me that there's a version 2 and version 3 of the Cyma X11 that I was unaware of. He was telling me that it has a faster yaw stock. It comes stock with a faster yaw. The version 2 and the version 3, I forget what he said was the difference between those, but he said he ordered that, but they actually sent the version 1. So this is the Cyma X11 version 1. I believe that's the ones that I'm used to. Still really awesome, especially with deviation. So, and deviation does speed up the yaw, so maybe it's the same, I don't know, as the one that he's talking about. And this looks like a carbon fiber frame from, I believe this is from Micromotor Warehouse. I could be wrong. It could be from Dave Woods. Actually, I think this is from Dave Woods. I think this is a picnic squad frame because I have one of these. So that's what this is. This came from Dave Woods. Picnic quads. And so here's our build. That's what we're going to get into. We're going to have a Cyma X11 on a custom frame with 8.5 millimeter motors and these motor covers here. Okay, so I have everything out of its packaging. We have the frame here. It's an X frame, and he was kind enough to send us some this looks like Velcro. That's going to be for the battery probably, and we We do have the double-sided mounting tape that comes with the frame from Dave Woods, the picnic frame. And we have some plastic screws here. Should be 4 of them. Yes, there are 4 of them with the rubber washers for them. Well, rubber supports or cushioning, whatever you want to call that. And the X11 flight controller. Now, we're going to have to do some soldering on this. Now, you guys remember when we're doing solder jobs to these things, usually they have the they have indication of what wire is supposed to go where, which color. The wires are color coded. Now, the dark wires are the black, and the blue wires are considered the dark wires, and the light wires are considered the red and white wires are considered the light wires. So you guys can be familiar with my terms. When I say light and dark, I'm talking about either a black or blue one as the dark one, or the red or white one as the light color. Now, they usually have them marked with an M. You'll have a M1 negative, a M1 positive, M2 negative and positive, and so on. And so the negative usually goes, the dark wire usually goes to the negative spot for soldering. And the light wires usually go to the positive spot for soldering. So that's how we're going to do. Now we have to make sure that we have the let's see now. If you had an actual Cyma X11 here with the prop on it, the front right prop is going to be spinning counterclockwise. And so we have to make sure we're doing direct drive with this, of course. So we have to make sure we put a counterclockwise spinning motor on the front right side. So this motor is going to be soldered here. And we have to have a counterclockwise motor soldered at the rear left position. So one of these are going to go here as well. And we have the clockwise motors are going to be soldered to the front left and the rear right. So let's get to the soldering. Got my soldering iron fired up already. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the flight controller on top. The motors are going to be pushed up through it this way, so we can actually do all our soldering first, and then we're going to mount it to the frame. So I had one of my Cyma X11s, the camera version. I actually have it open because I was doing some modding to that before. I was thinking about removing the camera, but I ended up using one of the motors. I'm using it for spare parts, and I took a peek at it, and this one actually is a version 3. Let me see if that'll show up. Yeah, you guys can see that's a version 3 there, and this one that he sent me is actually a version 2. So I really didn't notice any difference between this one though and my other one. I think my other one is a version 1, so now I guess I'll have a version 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm just saying that my first one, my white one, is a version 1 because I got that as soon as it came out, so it have to be a version 1. And he sent me a version 2, and this is a version 3 here. But I didn't notice any changes in it. I'm wondering, should I use the version 3 instead of using this one? Actually, I want to see how this version 2 flies, so I'm actually going to use the version 2. And then, if worst comes to worst, I can easily just use this version 3 for the next one. Okay, so I got all of the motors soldered to the correct spot. It looks very messy, but it is done. I apologize for my lighting again, but you can see I did take some of the wires through the little holes there and on to the other side there. And so now I just got to get these motors separated and up and through here. Again, thanks to Clyde Payne for this. Stick these through from the bottom. Hard pushing these through sometimes. Maybe it's the wrong side. Try pushing it through this way. My son is dropping by. Yeah, I might have to take this off screen and get these through. It's really a really tight fit. Okay, so I got all of them in their correct position. I have the counterclockwise motor on the front right here. And the front left, I have the clockwise motor, and it's switched around at the back. The rear right, I have a clockwise motor, and the rear left counterclockwise. Now what I'm going to do is use the double-sided mounting tape to actually mount the board on the flight controller onto the frame, and we're going to use the Velcro on the bottom for the battery. But let's see how we're going to have to do something with the wires here. I think I'm going to just braid them or twist them and then have them just wrapped around this a little. Okay, so I got the board secured to the middle of the frame with the double-sided mounting tape, as you can see here. And so now, just to wrap those wires around the booms, the arms there, and then we're going to get one of these Velcro strips on the bottom for the battery and put one of the Velcro strips on the battery. Okay, so I actually ended up having to cut the Velcro to get it to fit on the frame perfectly, and as you can see, I wrapped the wires a little. I just went around the arms one time. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do to get these a little tighter on here. Maybe some tape on around each arm, or I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But let's get the feet on here. These are the feet here. You're gonna get the feet on. I don't think I'm gonna use the plastic screws here. I think I'm gonna leave those off. And so let's get to this part. So I decided to go with this 380 milliamp hour battery. Got the Velcro strip on there. It fit perfect on there. And I have the other end on the bottom of the quad. I actually decided to go with these bullnose props here. They're the JJ1000 style props. I'm not sure which RC they came from. I know the white ones came from the follower that I have, the Zenlin X162 it is. And these rare ones, the black ones, I don't know. I don't remember where exactly I got them from. But let's get the battery on there. So nice and snug fit. Let's get it plugged in. I didn't even test this thing to see if it worked before I started assembling it after the solder. Oh, we forgot the feet. So well, actually, first we want to make sure all the props spin up. So let's test that. See that the props spin up. Where's my Devo? Kids upstairs doing who knows what. You hear them running over top of my head. We're in the basement, actually. See, found my Devo. Let's go to the Cyma protocol. Cyma X11, where are you? Here it is. Let's just Make sure it actually binds. Oh, we got 2 not spinning, folks. So I guess I have to do some more oh, that one started up. So I'm hoping this one just needs to be. Okay, they're all spinning up now. So I guess because it wasn't level when I first plugged everything in and bind it. So now we're going to get the feet on it. Okay, so we got the rubber feet on here now. Everything sits flush. Let's just try to hover a little. Okay, so let's go take this thing outside and fly it around. Okay, so we out here with the Clyde Payne build. This is the Cyma X11 version 2 flight controller on this picnic frame, 8.5mm motors, and I actually decided to go with my CG022 props. These are my go-to props, so I decided to switch it up to that. So let's get it plugged in. Nice LEDs on it. Got the Devo. Let's check it out. Bring it in close. So pretty stable, especially for a quad that was originally on a geared setup, going from geared to direct drive. It's a little windy out here. Shouldn't be a problem though with the pitch on it. Yeah, let's check out this yaw rate for this version 2. So yaw rate doesn't seem to be different from the other ones that I have. I really haven't noticed the difference. Maybe because I'm flying it with the Devo. The Devo make all of them fast with the yaw, I guess. But this thing is pretty speedy. A little more quiet than the X11 in stock form. Still speed pass. Let's see how it does on funnels. Bring it in closer for some funnels. The wind is blowing, so there we go. Some nice funnels there. Clyde, I'm really liking this build. Now, I gotta remember the X11 doesn't really have a good LVC warning, so I gotta be mindful of that. Not gonna fly it too long. Yeah, I don't know that the flight time is gonna be. Actually, I know the flight time is not going to be as long as the X11 on stock form. because of the gear setup, you usually get up to 13 minutes of flight time. I guess I'll fly this to LVC to see how long we get, but I won't fly it too far now, just in case we reach LVC. I don't want it to fall far away from. A little chilly out here too, so that might affect the flight time. It's nice though. I don't have flips programmed on here, so can't really do any flips. Maybe a manual flip. Check out some manual flips. Oh, it's not going to manual flip. I actually cut throttle and it didn't. It kept going. Let's see. Whoops. So, no damage done. I don't think it did land right side up. So it's looking like those landing feet actually worked. It's a little too windy for manual flips anyhow. Should have tried some manual flips when I first got out here. Battery's a little weak. I forgot to do a throttle punch too. Yeah, throttle punch is very weak right now. Oh, there we go with LVC. Can we make it over to? Nope. So that's it. The Clyde Payne build. It's a Cyma X11 version 2 board on a picnic frame, CG022 props, and screw protectors. Thanks for watching.